Welcome to the Coins Information HD channel. Today, we are exploring the world of numismatics, diving deep into a fascinating and often misunderstood coin, the 1979 Queen Elizabeth II New Pence 2 pence coin. You may have heard rumors about this coin being extremely valuable, or perhaps you came across one in your coin collection or found it in a drawer and started wondering if it could be worth a fortune. In this video, we're going to take a comprehensive look at the coin's history, design, physical characteristics, reasons for collector interest, the truth about its rarity, what makes certain examples potentially valuable, and what it might realistically be worth in the year 2025. This will be one of the most detailed and extensive guides on the subject, aimed at coin collectors, enthusiasts, and the curious public alike. So sit back and let's explore the story of the 1979 2 pence coin. To truly understand the 1979 2p coin, we have to begin with the broader historical context in which it was created. In 1971, the United Kingdom underwent a major monetary transformation known as decimalization. Prior to this point, the British monetary system operated under the centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence structure. 1 pound consisted of 20 shillings, and each shilling was worth 12 pence, creating a complex base 20 and base 12 system. This system was seen as outdated, cumbersome, and impractical in an increasingly global and decimalized economy. As a result, on the 15th of February, 1971, Decimal Day was officially enacted, introducing a system where 1 pound was equivalent to 100 new pence. As part of this transition, new coin denominations were introduced. Among them was the 2 new pence coin, abbreviated as 2p. The original version of this coin was made of bronze and featured a distinctive reverse design, the badge of the Prince of Wales, consisting of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the motto, Ich diene, which is German for, I serve. The denomination was written below simply as, new pence. On the obverse side, the coin features the familiar right-facing profile portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This design was in use from 1968 to 1984 and is among the most recognizable royal coin portraits ever created. The year 1979 was part of the first phase of decimal coinage, and it saw the continued circulation of coins bearing the phrase, new pence. In this year, the 2 pence coin was produced in large quantities. Unlike some other years, there were no proof versions or commemorative editions produced for general release in 1979, and no visible mint mark was placed on the coin. This lack of a mint mark is completely normal for British coinage of the era and should not be mistaken for an error. The 1979 2p coin is struck in bronze, with a standard weight of approximately 7.12 grams and a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. The edge of the coin is plain with no milling or inscriptions. It was produced using the same dies and methods as in previous years, and while some might look at the absence of a mint mark as special, this was in fact standard practice for circulating decimal coins at the time. What makes 1979 notable is not the presence of any specific errors or design changes, but the sheer number of coins produced. Millions of these coins were struck and entered into daily use. As a result, the majority of coins from this mintage were used heavily, resulting in general wear and tear that can now be seen on most surviving examples. Over the past several years, particularly with the rise of online marketplaces and viral social media posts, numerous claims have been made about the 1979 2 pence coin being rare or worth an extraordinary amount of money. Some online listings offer this coin for hundreds or even thousands of pounds, suggesting it is a hidden treasure in plain sight. However, these claims are often based on misunderstandings or exaggerations. The truth is that the 1979 2 pence coin, in its regular form, is not considered rare by numismatists. The coin was minted in vast quantities and remains relatively easy to find in circulated condition. Its lack of a mint mark is standard for the year and does not signify any kind of error or limited production. What leads to inflated prices are often false claims or confusion with other rare coins, such as the 1983 2 pence coin that mistakenly bore the inscription, new pence, instead of 2 pence, which was the updated denomination term beginning in 1982. The 1983 error coin is genuinely rare and commands significant interest from collectors. Unfortunately, This has led many to mistakenly believe that any coin with the new Pence inscription is valuable. That being said, there are scenarios where a 1979 2p coin may hold more than face value. First and foremost, condition plays a critical role. Coins are graded based on their preservation, from poor and fair up through fine, very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated, with higher levels including mint state and gem uncirculated. A 1979 2p coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, with no scratches, bag marks, corrosion, or cleaning, may attract collectors who are assembling complete date runs in the highest grades possible. In extremely high grades, especially when certified by a professional grading service, a coin may fetch several pounds or even more, depending on the demand at the time. However, the increase in value is usually modest, especially when compared to genuinely rare or low mintage issues. Another factor that can affect value is the presence of genuine minting errors. These may include off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, or die cracks. If a 1979 2p coin exhibits any of these features, and they are authenticated by experts, then the coin may carry a significant premium. However, true error coins are exceedingly rare and must be verified by a professional before any real value can be assigned. In rare cases, test strikes or coins struck on the wrong metal planchets can exist, though there are no widely reported examples of such errors for the 1979 2p coin. If one were to surface, it would likely command attention and higher prices within the numismatic community. So now we come to the heart of the question: what is the real market value of a 1979 Queen Elizabeth II 2 pence coin in 2025? For the vast majority of circulated examples, the value remains extremely low. A typical coin with wear, scratches, or discoloration is generally worth no more than its face value of 2 pence. Some coin dealers may offer to buy these coins in bulk for small amounts, but there is little to no retail demand for worn or average condition coins from this mintage year. Coins in better than average condition, particularly those with minimal signs of wear, may sell for between 50 pence to £2, depending on where they are sold and to whom. A coin in uncirculated or near mint condition, with its original luster intact, may be worth several pounds more, and possibly even up to £10 or £20 if it has been professionally graded and encapsulated. In cases where a coin has received a high mint state grade from a reputable third-party grading company, the price may climb into the range of £50 to £200, especially if it is one of the finest known examples for that date. Speculative listings and online auctions may ask far more, sometimes even into the thousands, but these prices are rarely realized in actual sales. The true value is determined not by what sellers ask, but by what collectors are willing to pay, and that is almost always grounded in the coin's rarity, condition, and demand. If you have a 1979 2 pence coin, the first thing to do is examine its condition. Is it heavily circulated, or does it still have a sharp strike and glossy surfaces? If it looks exceptional, consider having it evaluated by a professional. If you believe it may be an error coin, compare it to standard examples and seek expert verification before assuming it holds significant value. If your coin is worn and shows heavy signs of circulation, it is likely only worth its face value or slightly more to an entry-level collector. However, if you're a coin collector or enjoy assembling full sets, keeping it in a protective holder and adding it to a date collection may be worthwhile for personal satisfaction. For most people, the 1979 2p coin is not a retirement fund, not a rare treasure, but rather an interesting piece of Britain's decimal coinage history. It represents an era of economic transformation and royal continuity, and for that reason alone, it holds a quiet value that goes beyond monetary worth. Thanks for watching. We hope this deep dive into the 1979 Queen Elizabeth II new Pence 2 pence coin has given you a clear and honest perspective. Remember, not every old coin is valuable in financial terms, but each one tells a story, of its time, its people, and its purpose. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your coin stories in the comments below, and let us know if you found any interesting or unusual pieces in your collection. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and as always, thanks for supporting the channel.